18-year-old who just turned 18 bought an AR-15 and took it into an elementary school and shot kids in the face and killed them. Why are we letting this happen in this country? Why is this happening in this state? Year after year, city after city. This is on all of us if we do not do something, and I am going to do something, and I'm not alone. The people of Texas are with us. The majority of the people of Texas are with us.
That's the truth. It's very true that the majority of the people are all about doing something. Even if that thing doesn't stop all gun violence, everybody is willing to entertain ideas about, gun violence and how to pare it back a little, just a tad, just a touch, right? People are open. People are, reporting to pollsters in massive numbers that they are willing to entertain any solution that might affect the kind of gun violence that only this country sees. You know what's really fascinating is that we're not the only country with domestic violence, nor are we the only country with mental illness, nor are we the only country with video games, nor are we the only country with a coarse culture or white supremacists, running all rampant through our politics and through our television sets. But we are you got white supremacy taking hold all over Europe, but you just don't see the gun violence. You just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a lot of email. Oh, you need to talk about the mentality that causes the gun violence, not the gun, not the, the requirement to license or to insure. Yeah, we're not interested. It's going to be you saying the same thing over and over again, and I totally disagree. Why don't you talk about the mentality? Because we're not unique in video games. We're not unique in first-person shooting video games. We're not unique in mental illness. We're not unique in a coarse culture in our politics. We're not unique in a polarized society. We're not unique at all. But we have 120 guns for every 100 people in our country. And so most people, he's right, most people, the very, very, very high majority of people are willing to talk about anything that would stop this kind of violence, anything at all that wasn't a cheap, cheesy slogan, anything that at all that would actually start, it is interesting because, the president of the United States currently was the author of the assault weapons ban that we were able to pass back in 1994. And for 10 years, the gun violence in this country went down. Oh. And then the damn thing expired. And when it expired, gun violence tripled. It's just a fact. I mean, I don't know why you don't want to, wrap your head around that. But, it's just a fact.
Parents who will never see their child again. Never have them jump in bed and cuddle with them. Parents will never be the same. To lose a child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away. As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done? It's been 3,448 days, 10 years since I stood up at a high school in Connecticut, a grade school in Connecticut, where another gunman massacred 26 people, including 20 first graders at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Since then, there have been over 900 incidents of gunfires reported on school grounds. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Santa Fe High School in Texas. Oxford High School in Michigan. The list goes on, and the list grows when it includes mass shootings at places like movie theaters, houses of worship, as we saw just 10 days ago at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. I am sick and tired of it. We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage. When we passed the assault weapons ban, Mass shootings went down. When the law expired, mass shootings tripled. What struck me was these kinds of mass shootings rarely happen anywhere else in the world.
Really?
Why? They have mental health problems. They have domestic disputes in other countries. They have people who are lost. But these kinds of mass shootings never happen with the kind of frequency they happen in America. Why? Why are we willing to live with this carnage? Why do we keep letting this happen? Where in God's name is our backbone to have the courage to deal with it and stand up to the lobbies? It's time to turn this pain into action for every parent, for every citizen in this country. We have to make it clear to every elected official in this country, it's time to act.